My Z is the complexities of the martial artist mindset. There are a lot of stereotypes surrounding what we think a karateka, a martial artist, does. A lot of those stereotypes are generally someone who's very big, very strong, spends all their time in the gym, doesn't really think a lot. But I'm a member of the AJKA United States national team. I'm not that big. I don't really look that strong. I probably do not intimidate most people in this room. And I shouldn't. A martial artist has a lot more than just physical aspects. To show everyone the mindset, I'm going to be talking about one of my international competitions overseas in Italy this past few years. Now, international competition is split into two main categories. We have kata, which is your form, and then we have kumite, which is where the stereotype really falls, it's fighting. Kata is something that's based on precision, it's based on detail orientation, and it's based on being able to have all eyes on you, staying calm, and knowing how to act. In Italy, that was my specialty. I was brought on board for my kata. You end up essentially having all eyes on you for every detail. If my hand is here instead of here, I lose a point. If my foot is off center, I lose another point. And you can lose kata by 1/10 of a point at this level. Now, we had 3 rounds. I got up there, first round, a little shaky, a little nervous, just made it past the second round. This one, I was a little bit more on point, confident, ready to go. I made it to finals. You stand at the line, you're ready, you're strong, you look at your judge, and you breathe and relax. You need to be relaxed. You need to be aware. The girl from Italy was our favorite to win. She was the one who looked on point. She was the one who was on her game. But she lost that kata mindset that says you have to be precise. Her footing slipped, she fell. There was a gasp throughout all of the competitors out there. There was a spot open, and we had to grab it. Adrenaline starts running, you get very nervous, but you have to keep control. That's the point of kata. I ended up winning because I was able to keep my mind in that precision. I was able to bring home a medal for our country with our flag on my back. Then we had kumite. This is where your awareness comes into play. A lot of people tend to think that fighting is very, very physical, but it's much more of a chess game. You need to know your opponent, your timing. You watch them warm up. You see what muscle groups they're getting ready to see what techniques they're going to use. You tend to figure out if they're small, that means they're very quick. If they're tall, they're probably going to kick with their legs. That's what you look for. Now, I was fortunate enough to make it through to finals with Brazil, but I lost my mindset. I was harboring an injury on my hand. I had just fractured my thumb. And I lost my mindset of complete and total control. My competitor knew that. She saw it. She was able to pick it up. She saw I wasn't using my hand, and she used it against me. I hesitated, and that hesitation cost me that match, cost the US that medal, because I lost my mindset of complete and total control of my body. A lot of you are sitting there going, so what? Karate can hit things. You do it with control, that's great. Today's theme is moving beyond the Z. What does that mean for you? Beyond the Z means how are we using this martial artist mindset in our real world? Now, a lot of people in here are either college students, live in New York City, which means you've probably done an interview, I would assume, maybe a job, an internship. This mindset, if employed, is what can get you that job. Kata teaches you preparation, detail orientation. It teaches you to be composed, to be calm. That's what you have to walk into an interview doing. If you walk into an interview completely thrown off and not knowing what's going on, you're not going to get that job. So for kata, you walk in with your interview prepared, generally in a suit, your hair looks great, your whole resume is ready to go. Then the interview starts. That's your kumite. That is your match. Timing comes into play. Setting the tone comes into play. Awareness of yourself and your opponent. Every word you say counts. You are being a martial artist. You are using that mental chess game to figure out what it is your interviewer needs to hear, what it is that the company you are trying to be employed at wants from you. you out there, when you are in the real world, are employing this martial artist mindset. So next time, when you all see a karateka stand up there in a gi, or you see a martial arts movie, just remember there's a lot more. There's a mentality going on. We're not just hitting things. We're using our brain. Thank you.